Hello, I'm Dr. David Jubb. We have an incredible show for you today. It's and a lecture this time that we're going to be spending with each other is all about the blood. It's so amazing, you know, because you hardly hear anybody talking much about the blood, do you? I mean, do you really? Huh? I mean, when you go to the hospital, 80 times out of 100, what people go to a physician for generally is for upset tummy sorts of things, digestive disturbance. Digestive disturbance happens to be one of the primary things that actually people end up going to a doctor for, or a health practitioner. And it's so amazing to me, and maybe you as well, that people just generally never really talk about the blood. Could you imagine just for a moment that a red blood cell, for our intensive purposes, like a leaf, or no, imagine it's a petal, a gorgeous, beautiful petal of a rose. And now you can see that gorgeous petal of that rose, and it's fresh, it has a full bouquet, a fragrance, and it has an enormous amount of light, doesn't it? It has life. But now imagine that we can slowly dry that rose petal out, and eventually it's sort of just a shade of its former self, isn't it? It becomes so dry and brittle. Matter of fact, if it's just with a little pressure, it's just going to crush to dust once it's dry, isn't it? And we can look and see a leaf on a tree, and when the leaf really does have, as the tree does have its vibrance and things, and as the seasons change, you can see the colour of the leaf slowly change too, until eventually you've got a leaf and it's falling on the ground, and it's just only really a shade of its former self, of what it was. I had the very good fortune in the early 80s, that's not so long ago really, to introduce like blood cell analysis to New York City. Very few people ever had heard of live blood cell analysis, and I did dark field and bright field microscopy, and I was looking at people's blood and observing what you ate and how this affected the blood. And my whole interest very much was in how blood is formed, and I studied the works of some very, very great people in the world. Two people from Russia, very famous, Lafenshowski, and Tsushima from Japan is another hematologist, which is the study of blood, and hematopoiesis is the word for the study of blood formation. It's going to be a small test after that, after hematopoiesis. And I studied Gunther Enderlin's work in Germany and Gaston Mason's work in Quebec. And so from all of this work and my constant observation of things, I could see a theory that formed, and this has the most scientific validity of all theories of how blood is formed and what blood is. And amongst all the people who actually perhaps know something about blood, perhaps, what you're going to hear today, you're going to be the very first people in New York City that actually has heard what blood is. You can be amongst the very first people to know actually how blood is actually formed. Most of us have been taught apparently that blood is formed somewhere, but that's really not formed where people have thought. Let's just go over a couple of things for a moment. Of course, most of us know that, you know, the state of the art at the moment, it's really a little bit like fried sticky fingers, isn't in the lobby of the hospital, isn't it? Everybody here knows that nutrition and the state of science as far as nutrition is concerned in the hospitals is really poor, very, very poor. So is that not an example of a metaphor of actually what's going on in science? I want you to know that people are making decisions for you and I often, and they are completely unqualified. They're making statements and things about things, and they're completely unqualified. So in 1925, this whole theory about blood getting formed in your long bones got underway. Most people ever since then have sort of thought, oh, well, gee, blood is made in the long bones, in the marrow of your bones. Untrue. In 1925, Cohn, Cunningham and Doan were three scientists, research scientists, that starved some pigeons and some chickens. That's not so good that you would starve pigeons, chickens, is it really? Right? But that's what they did. Not so moral. Anyway, and then they sacrificed those chickens, also not so moral. But they did find some blood in the marrow of these fasting chickens' bones and pigeons. And so they hypothesized, because they found red blood cells in the marrow of the bone, that's where blood is formed. And so they got underway with this whole idea that blood is formed in the bones, which it can, under circumstance of fasting conditions where there is no more material left of your body, and under a state of some siege, the body could break down anything within itself, substrate material of itself, back into blood. Fat cells, under conditions of not eating, the fat that you have on your body is broken down back into blood. This is a brand new insight into biology, and at the moment the science hasn't considered where blood is really formed at all. They have no idea, and they're performing all of these operations, giving people marrow and all sorts of things, thinking that that is going to assist in the creating of blood, which it doesn't. It doesn't at all. So blood, apparently they said it was formed in the long bones. It's not. It's formed in the intestinal villi, in the lamina propria of the intestinal villi, in the large cell, in the mucous membrane of the intestinal tract, primarily. And blood is formed not from DNA, not from cells producing blood or anything like that, not at all. Blood is formed as a result of colloids of life aggregating together, and these aggregates fusing together, and then these fused masses coming together, and then that becomes a blood cell at that point. It's a sort of a sporulation type of process. Now, if you ask doctors where the DNA is in the body, most doctors, they should know that, right? But often we shrink a little bit when you ask questions like that, because am I going to answer it correctly? And so I might not put my hand up and say, where's blood made where's the DNA, in the blood? Or where's DNA in the body? Did you know there is no DNA in the red blood cell? Did you know that from a red blood cell DNA can arise? And it does arise. And this is the most hard science observation that's been done. It doesn't have to have a theory. It is very hard scientifically observed. So in the past, people just thought, oh, you know what, blood's just a gas transporter, that's it. Doesn't really do anything else. And then we say, well, what happens to all the red blood cells? when they're spent. We don't know. And if we look at mitotic cell division as far as DNA synthesis and cell division and this sort of a thing, mitotic division it's called, and if we do look at an assay of all mitotic division of cells of the body, what we come up with is, oh my God, it's not enough to produce the blood cells that are produced every day. It's impossible. It couldn't. Our cells cannot produce the amount of red blood cells that needs to be every day from DNA synthesis. So mast cells and other cells are not the ones that create red blood cells. Now, the old theory sort of said, gee, the mast cell sort of did its little number and then the DNA just like left from the blood cell and now you've got a blood cell. But where's the DNA? It's a very, very shoddy theory, absolutely unscientific completely, but it just goes to show that how people in modern medicine can be just following along with fried sticky fingers in the lobby, and modern medicine is completely unqualified, utterly, and I want you to know the bankers and the people around petroleum and the ones who started foisting poisons on people and saying that they were cancer treatments and they were killing people in the early 1900s, and they got enough money together after they killed so many people with all these poisons. They foisted saying that that was what was needed for cancer, and then they created a refinery, and then they ended up owning the bank and all sorts of things, and it's the other ones that's in charge, but we've allowed that. But I want you to know we've moved into an era where people are standing up and saying, stop, that's not right, that's wrong. And people are saying, wait a minute, you just recommended that surgery, but, no, I don't think so. Is there an alternative approach? The idea that blood is just a gas transporter, that's really very limited, and it doesn't explain all the types of things that blood does. So let's think about it just for a moment, and let's visualize for a moment what happens to blood. We're going to talk about it being formed in a moment, but just imagine you've got the red blood cell there, and it's sort of like a beautiful donut shape. It's a gorgeous donut shape, and it's sort of filled in a little bit in the middle rather than being completely hollow in the middle. Or could we say it's like a tyre tube, but it's filled in the middle sort of thing. So it's a rim, and it's sort of like a disc, and thin in the middle. And when you look at it through the microscope, you can easily see through the centre, typically, and then around the edge is a very, very, like the tyre tube itself, and it's very, very red. When blood passes through your lungs, it starts to take on a colour that it never had before. It's totally different to the colour of blood that hasn't passed through your lungs. And the moment that blood has passed through your lungs and also passed through your heart, and your heart has percussion. That percussion of your heart energizes the blood and causes it to take on a colour which is a gorgeous, gorgeous, beautiful crimson red, and it's a glowing red, and it's actually pulsating and glowing, and it's giving off light. Under the microscope, blood like this has a gorgeous, beautiful halo of light around it, and when blood really is spent, or it's not so working so well, it really looks a bit like a ghost. It looks like a ghost in comparison. So when we look at each other and we look at our friends, our family, you look at yourself in the mirror and things, we can really see how much light is actually present. And the amount of light actually that's coming out of your body really is the amount of light that's in your blood. It's very, very specific. Our blood is one of the most important organs. It's a tissue organ. Blood is an organ. And it glows, and it causes a light to be shone on the other cells of your body. And the other cells of your body pick up that light from your blood. Blood is more than just a gas transporter. It actually transports light. And so now a lot of people have grown up with the idea that a headache is a Tylenol deficiency, and cancer is a chemotherapy deficiency, and these sorts of things. And we've grown up with little bottles in our cabinet and things, and we're taught that that's medicine, which of course, the Native Americans, they just think that's so weird, and they think we're very superstitious, because their word for medicine, the direct translation is intention. And so they think to themselves, how could it be somebody would just go and get a bottle from the shelf, and then that's going to be actually what... Did you know that when you get that bottle from the shelf and it has its little effect, that actually you urinate away your light after having consumed that? Did you know that when you consume food which doesn't have any light, it actually causes your blood to less to keep the light that it has? When we bring in material which actually is devoid of light itself, it actually robs light from the body. And typically after aspirin or anything cooked, or anything eaten that's not mixed with saliva. If you swallow something that's designed out here, and the people who designed it did not design it for you to complex it properly, it will not really go anywhere. And when it does go somewhere, if it can, it will rob light from your body, and it will draw immune cells from your body. Your immune cells will have to eat that material and conjugate it. Your liver will produce glucuronic acid. It produces glucuronic acid, it conjugates, it latches onto material which is not meant to be in the blood. Your blood is probably the most important integral element to be able to keep clean.